Hi guys, it's Kelly here, and I am back with another video for Create a Smile, and I'm going to be using Botanical Love and then the new stamp set, A Time to Say Thanks. And you know, Christine came out with a leaf set, so I had to go straight flowers. So I'm also using the magical frame, and that'll be later on in the video. I'm going to be doing some no line coloring, and I'm going to use Hero Arts inks. This is Green Hills, and then I'm just going to use a baby wipe to clean up any areas that I don't want the green on. And I'm also going to use it to take out a little bit of the ink from the center at the base of the flower, just so I can add in my own shading. Using the Misty makes this super easy to do because everything just stays lined up perfectly, exactly as it should be. I'm using bubblegum ink for the actual petals of the flower. And the first time I did it, I didn't get all the way up to the top. I was, I guess, a little apprehensive about getting so much pink on the stamen portion of the flower. I was going to say leaf, but that was not right. Anyway, so when I stamp it, you can't see the edges of the petal. Like they're at the very tippy top, they're just non-existent. So I'm just going to do it again. Again, the joy of the Misty. You can just stamp it as many times as you need to. Clean up whatever edges that have the ink color on it that you don't want, and then just stamp it again. Yay! Quick and easy to do, right? Oh, Jennifer's going to murder me for that because I tease her all the time about saying quick and easy to do. Oh, she's going to kill me. Anyway, so this is lemon yellow ink from Hero Arts as well. And I knew that there was going to be some pink on the stamen portion. It just is what it is. You can only get, you know, so close to the edge of it. And so I just picked some shading with my Copics that I knew would hide it. I decided I was going to do no line coloring. I thought that it would be just something fun and different. I don't do a lot of no line coloring. I'm not very confident in it yet. And anytime I do Copic coloring, I start with my lightest color. I'm just using small flicking motions. When you're working in an area that's very small, like this portion of the flower is, you want to be careful that you're not putting down a huge amount of ink, because if you oversaturate paper, it will start to run, and there's no blackout line to save your hiney here. Like, it is what it is whenever you lay it down. So I'm just going to add in a little bit, you know, lightest to darkest, and then I reverse darkest to lightest, and that's what works for me. So I think these images are just totally beautiful, and I love this leaf set that Christine drew. She drew it so that the leaves sit behind each other. So it made it so simple to just turn it into you know, a full-blown flower and outside of just a leaf. When I was going through and doing this, like I said, I'm not very confident in my no-line coloring abilities. A lot of times I feel like my images bleed in to each other, and there's not I guess, a line of distinction. I can't even tell you how many times I went and looked to see if Alice Wirtz did videos. She doesn't, by the way, because I checked like 5 times. I was like, when you have a taste for something and then you go to the refrigerator and there's nothing there that you want, and then you go back and sit on the couch, and then you go back into the refrigerator and you're hoping like some crazy grocery fairy broke into your house while that you were sitting on the couch for 5 seconds and actually brought in what you wanted to eat. I thought that if I just kept checking the internet, Alice's videos would just pop up. They didn't. So Alice, if you're watching this, please, for all that is holy and all of us that do not have clue on what we're doing, make a video. I would love to watch you color. When I had picked the colors that I did, and this Geofibe was going to be my darkest color, but after I was done doing the shading, and again, just those small flicks, I'm doing the same thing over and over again, I didn't feel like there was enough contrast. So I went back in with a YG67, and I only added that to the darkest areas, the part where the leaf is coming out from behind another leaf. And I know dark colors are intimidating. They intimidate me, but try, if your image is looking flat, I mean, you can just tell from the 5 seconds ago what it looked like and what it looks like now. That little bit of dark just made the world of difference and made those leaves really look like they were laying behind each other. So don't be scared of the dark. Try a little bit. You can always add more. It's okay. So that's pretty much going to be the leaf portion of it, and then we're going to move on to the flower. I picked some of my favorite pink colors. I love a hot pink. And again, I'm going to start in with my lightest color, use small flicking motions. Your brush should really barely be touching the paper. Don't push down terribly hard. You won't get a good blend. And when I color my flowers, I like to leave the highlight in the center. It just gives them a more round look. But if you want to put your highlight on the ends, you just put it wherever you like the looks of it. This is just the look that I like, and I color my flowers like this probably 99% of the time. And with the no line coloring, you can't see that outline because I've picked Copic colors that are close to the colors that I'm stamping in. So that's how, that way you get that look, that no line color look, that it's a, genuine image, because obviously things in real life don't have black outlines around them. But I like a black outline. I think that it's super pretty, especially if it's a bold outline. I love that look of contrast. But this is something, fun and different that you can do, and it's beautiful in its own right. So I go through, lightest to darkest, and this is going to be my darkest color. It's RV, I think it's 0919. I don't know, because the cap's off the screen and I cannot see, and I don't remember. But when I go through and do the next coat, I'm not nearly as careful as I am in the beginning. It doesn't just look like I've sped it up and it's faster. It really is faster, because when you're doing it the first time, you're putting in all of your shading for your guide. When you're going in the second time, you're just trying to blend. So it's not like you don't have anything to go off of. You've already laid down the base, portion of your card. For the yellows, I picked that Y38 because I thought it would be the best way to blend out the little bit of pink that I got at the base of the stamen. It did. It worked totally fine. And then I just traced those and added my lightest color to fill in the center of those circles. When I had started the design process, I knew I wanted to use this frame to highlight my image. So I just used a pencil to draw a line so I could figure out where my sentiments were going to go. And the thanks and for everything that you do are both from the new set, Time to Say Thanks. Don't mind my head. I'm trying to make sure it's lined up. And then I'm just going to use some W+9 pure black color ink. I just like that ink for sentiments. It's very crisp, stamps well. And then here, I'm going to go in and erase that pencil mark. Make sure that your ink is dry. Oh, please don't ruin your project. Make sure your ink is dry before you start erasing anything. Otherwise, you'll be smearing it all over your card, and then you'll be super sad. So here, I'm just, I got my Cuttlebug all set up, lining up that stamp where I want it to. I'm going to tack it down with a little bit of washi tape so it doesn't get all bajiggity on me, move all over the place. And I'm going to run that through. This is going to leave me with 3 pieces: the back portion of the panel, the actual frame it cuts, and then the center. I'm going to be using all 3 pieces. I decided that I wanted the frame to be flat, and so I'm just going to, I fit it back into where it was die cut out, and then I'm just using regular tape, just, household Scotch tape, and to hold that in place so they stay fitted in together. And then the center portion of it, I'm going to pop up on some foam. I use the Craft Fun foam. I use all different colors because I think it's kind of pretty to have that little bit of color that you can see from the side. I'm using Tombow Mono Multi Glue to tack that down to a plain white card base. What the heck was that? I don't even want to know. So anyway, I'm just going to put that on my plain white card base, and then I'm going to pop that portion up in the center, the same thing with the Tombow Mono Multi Glue, and then I'm going to pull out some sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. If you don't know, Create a Smile just recently started carrying sequins from Pretty Pink Posh, and I'm so thrilled about it because I love these things. And I used the Pretty Peonies, I think is the color, and I used the 6mm and the 4mm. And that's pretty much the card. So thank you so much for joining me, and all the supplies you can purchase in the Create a Smile shop. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later.